just doing some checks if everything is alright. So it means that when I start speaking, we're about to start the race itself. And today, after a great event of PC F1 race, we hope for more action. And the division that has set up the entire Ero, and it is PlayStation F1 tier. Welcome to the second round of Ero Ps F1 Season 7, which is the Brazilian Grand Prix and the legendary Interlagos, which has seen multiple title deciders all over the history of the league, including last season's F2 or Season 2 F1 tier. Well, there has been many of them. So we'll be starting the race this time. It's round 2 of Season 7. And it's not the first time when actually, well, this might be a good prediction, but this time, it isn't the first time when we are racing at the beginning of the season in the Interlagos, because the first ever league race in Ero was in Brazil as well. We're obviously counting the official league races, not the social races, because we had 2 of them in Canada and Austria back in 2019 in February. Alongside me there is Luke Jobson. I'll be doing quick adjustment to the sound settings, and you will see the entire... Yes, that's a dry qualifying session. I'll be out for a single minute, and everything should be okay now with the stream itself and stuff. So, well, if there's any reserve drivers, we've got full grid today, and the debut driver are actually 2 reserve drivers, because in AlphaTauri, Francesco Sanzoni yet again replaces Jack Jessel. And in a Ferrari, we've got Emre Demir, who will be replacing Augustin Derson after a last-minute absence. And he's doing a debut drive here in Ero, and he's in the F1 division.
Oh, I'm just laughing at what Josh put in the F1 chat.
What does it mean, rain? The race?
No.
Okay, no one saw that.
I didn't expect it. I'm like, alright.
Okay, I can see a little bit of a problem in the remote play, but anyways, that was... well, okay. No rain in the race said by Max, by the way.
Fair. Okay, so that's who'll probably win, because that means people probably will go for softs or mediums. As Cameron...
So, well, that has been a chaotic start to this event itself, but we'll be looking at Emre Demir, who is probably the first one to start his hot lap.
Okay, but obviously you've got a lot of split strategies at the moment. So a lot of people are on the mediums, ready to go out. Namsko, Cameron, Fanchi.
Well, and Bios is on Inters.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything, but he's on a quali, I remember.
Yep, that's it was after severely blocking Kacper Klasa in qualifying in the USA. And this is what you get when you actually block someone in qualifying.
Yes. So it's now. Oh, Emery spun out! And is not out the session though.
Well, he's just damaged his front wing. Too happy on the throttle cost him to spin round into turn 7. Oh, it's actually turn 8, sorry.
That he went right in front of a sniper. Thankfully the ghosting helped.
Yeah, but with this damage front wing, the Ferrari has to go back to the pits.
Yep, so Wager won't be the first two. Is it the Alfa Romeo? Gonna do the first lap? Yeah, it's gonna be the Alfa Romeo of I don't know how to say that name, Martinho. Comes to the line now and goes on pole for the moment. And Sunset demolished it.
Yep.
Sniper's got even faster now. Who's next? It's
Ferrari.
David goes P4. Axa in the .6s already.
Zabi following the Season 6 champion Guillaume Daronia on the way. We've also got a bit of...
Cameron's got mediums and he's P4.
That's impressive. Anyways, as you can see, there's a little bit of a change in terms of camera shot on the TV pod. Well, for my own experience in the league racing, it's going to go 6-5.
Yeah, there he goes. That is Ken P7 on the medium. That's really good by him.
Following Casper in the McLaren, who's going now to the line.
Marco's P3, only 10 thousandths behind AXA. Kappa Cops P5. Wow, these laps are really competitive already. Then there's Google.
Yep.
But it's really solid lap times for everyone so far. But obviously Amir, obviously Cones is on his lap as well. He's coming to the final corner now. Can he get anywhere near his teammates' pace since he beat him last race after the penalties were applied? Comes to the line now. Cones is on second row. I mean, second place, I meant. There's a Haas front row at the moment.
Yup. But remember, even though he's on mediums, Nopali Munsi is now coming on track into turn 4 he is in.
Yep, and she's coming to the line now. What's his lap going to be on the mediums? P13.
So the fact you're going on mediums doesn't make you guarantee that you will start at the top 10 in these medium tires.
Look, he's done 2 laps on his softs. The only one who's done that and goes P8.
So Nopal is currently on his out lap. We're currently at the place where there was a famous Hamilton-Albon incident with him. And then we're going to the Junsao. Well, Brazil is known for many of historical moments in Formula 1's history and in Ero as well. As we are now going through the final corner of Junsao, the final braking zone apparently, where Lewis Hamilton famously passed Timo Glock back in 2008. I know you heard that in like 50 other league races you have watched here, but still, well, it's worth mentioning as Nopali Munsi starts his hot lap.
Yeah, but obviously you've had loads of moments. Obviously you had Jack Jessel's obviously first victory in Ero in the Ferrari 2 seasons ago. Yeah, after beating Keaton, who had a bit of a mistake.
Well, it was like 12 different winners that season.
Yes, obviously Sniper unfortunately losing the title after spinning out and crashing out. Obviously the qualifying for F2 this season was insane. Since I did not know who's going to be on pole position in that race.
Well, I was very close, but I pushed too hard on the last round.
Yeah, but obviously, Navasco's on a lap now on the mediums again. So only a few drivers have actually. Cameron's P12 now on the mediums, so he's dropped a lot. So it just shows how quick the softs around this track are.
But we are going through the final corner with Nopali Munsi. He's about to cross the line in the Aston Martin and takes 11.
That's a really good lap. He's a 10 quicker than Cameron on the mediums.
As Emre Demir is back on track with a new front wing, he's back on the qualifying session. He's currently in the sector 2.
Yep, as Bios obviously not doing a lap since he has a qualifier. Thankfully, he's obeying it, thankfully.
Well, I told him to make only just an out lap to confirm the setup, which is allowed.
Yeah, that's fine enough to get used to the setup. Thankfully, he hasn't set a lap. He went for an out lap and backed out. But Amira's coming to the line now. What will his first lap be in Ero? In the Ferrari today.
Yep, replacing August Linderson. He's crossing the line and gets 8.7.
Yay!
There might be an influence of a damage, side pod or floor, I'm not sure, of that incident in turn 8 when he spun round earlier in the session.
It's Cones, as a few cars are coming out on the track now, just trying to stay out of the way of everyone. Just got caught yellow flag, but just for cars trying to get out of the way, who are just trying to get that. And other than that, no one else is on a proper lap at the moment, as there's a lot of traffic in sector 2 and 3. And the only person who's on a lap that I can see further up is Cameron. It's both Red Bulls of Cameron and AXA. That was very close to Hugo there. And he's come out of the corner. He's gone purple the second sector. Is Cameron going to snatch pole away from Google here? And take the second pole, his first pole of this season? He won last week's race. If you missed it, I don't want to watch that. Cameron comes to the line. It's only P2.
And it's over a tenth behind.
Yeah, so Google did say he likes this track a lot.
Hence why he has dominated last season's Brazilian Grand Prix and included like 3 safety cars. Also, there was a social race before the season, hosted by Maxime Rodriguez, 2-time champion, who is here in the chat. We see you.
Yes, Axel's coming to the line now. What's the Frenchman going to do? He can't improve. He proves his time, but he can't improve his position. But the one I'm surprised, Sniper's doing really solidly today. Yeah.
Well, it's 7th currently in the qualifying, but I'm wondering.
But he's just started a lap, so he could easily go faster here. I feel like.
I'm wondering over the strategies the drivers outside top 10 will put.
Oh, hello. Google's just starting his first lap now on new softs. And Cones is on a lap 2. So is Cones going to get back to Haas 1 too? See, he's coming to the second 2 lap. Oh, he's a 10th up. Actually, he could get pole here. Right now.
Yup, it's purple sector 2. He's definitely faster comparing to his previous lap. But he's now about to cross the line with 8 minutes to go in the qualifying. He's crossing it on the main straight and is second behind Good. So it's now a front row lockout for the Haases and the second row lockout for the Red Bulls.
After Josh comes to the line, jumps to P10. And Fanchi invalidated his lap. Next car is Axel, who's gone for back-to-back. Oh no, he's pitted actually. Looks like he's going for back-to-back. Sniper's the next crossing the line now, 2 times up and jumps to P9. So everyone's starting to improve their laps very slowly. Loki and Capricox, no, not Loki, Mr. Molt, go to the line now. Loki goes P7, and next car is Guwil, who's the 10th up. And oh wow, Cement is pulled by another 10th. Well, that qualifying is going to be quite interesting to see if anyone can get anywhere near him. Namsko could take pole position again here. Obviously, he's shown good pace last week. He's invalidated again. Oh, he was 2.5 tenths up as well.
As you can see in this qualifying session, everyone at the moment is on the soft tyre.
Yeah, I think everyone's just abandoned pace at this point. They just go for full pace and soft. I'm really hoping Namsko gets out of the way of Mr. Wolper, thankfully. So it looks like no one else is coming across the line. Everyone's coming for a pit for new tyres. Mr. Moto is coming to the line now. He's on a lap along with Namsko, who obviously have backed up to go on his next lap. Coming to the line now on the McLaren driving. What's his time going to be? Is it going to be a 7.5? It's a 7.2 now. P11 for him. Let's see. Other than that,
following one of the Ferraris of David at the moment, as he's currently in the sector 2. So, when we are around 6 minutes to go in the qualifying, it's 5:45 seconds. Most of the drivers are in the pits, but there are some of those who are doing their laps right now. And to this crew, we can count both of the Ferraris, and there's also 2 drivers on the outlaps of Karsten Gerding and Hugo Domański.
Hey, Ferrari's like
Alfa Romeo.
2020 all over again. Oh.
Okay.
Sorry. I see it.
So, at the moment, it's Emre Demir crossing the line. His teammate has done 7.9, but Demir improves to 7.8, outscoring his teammate for today's race.
As Ken's the next car going to cross the line now, he's on a lap. Has he gone out the top 50? He goes to P5!
That's impressive,
Wow.
I must say. Next one on the lap, Karsten Gerding.
I just noticed his helmet's like freaking Kimi Raikkonen's. Well, that's interesting. Fanchi rejoins, thankfully, so he should be able to get another lap in. Hugo's on a lap. Oh, that's no. David spun out.
As Karsten as well has spun around and loses his front wing.
David tried to get going, he spun out and into the wall. So
2 spins at
Not
once.
Yeah, that's not a good job for Ferrari. That's the second front wing change they're going to need. But Hugo has managed to keep his lap clean this time. So is he going to get anywhere near his teammate's pace of a 106.9? Comes the line now, keeps it tight on the entry. And no, he's nearly a second slower than his teammates.
But his teammate is actually fighting for the lower top places.
Oh, there we go again. Slippy's on an outlap on 2 old tyres. That's a bit of a gamble, but alright. Sniper's on a lap.
As Hugo invalidates his hot lap yet again, and this is how he finishes his qualifying session.
Please don't say he just crashed out himself.
He did.
Oh, for Pete's sake! No, David's retired in the pits. He doesn't think he can do anything better now. Oh, he's going to get a warning for that. Okay, other than that, Sniper's just starting a lap. We've got cars coming out the pits now. Crucially, Google and Namsco are literally next to each other coming out the track. Oh, no, that's just glitched out for me. It's not Namsco. It's Marco Botta who's followed him. Or Marco. So, do you think Google's going to keep his pole position with Tino?
As he's out on the hot lap for another hot lap, I think he's gambling for a bit more time to be gained. And
well,
following the fact that he's still nearly 2 tenths ahead of his teammate, and actually the rest of the grid, well, he might keep it as well and get his first pole position of the season.
Yeah, after Namsco nicked it by 0.003 of a second last week.
Well, Knopfler is still like 14.
Yeah, but think about it, he invalidated his lap. It was 2 tenths up in Sector 1 alone. So Namsco's definitely got pace up heading. As I'm going to keep the Sniper, who's backed out of his lap. Oh, I really hope he didn't get blocked.
Well, I think it was one of the Aston Martins. And it's Marco.
That was... Oh, no. Yeah, he's pitting. Something's happened there. Oh, boy, that's a great sign. Loki's on the part. Marco sorts the lap. He's got slip. He's invalidating the center S, so that's him. Unless he's going to have enough fuel to get back around. Meanwhile, Guil is maybe a tenth up in Sector 1 alone.
Would be glad if you could follow 2 drivers at once in the qualifying. It would be both Knopfler and Guil. And Guil invalidates it as well.
Oh, so he's going to have to start saving. He's probably going to, yeah, he's braking heavily to get his ERS built. Axel's just started a lap. Cohen's just started a lap. Cameron's on a lap. All the top runners are running out. Marco's invalidated as well.
And Knopfler.
Oh my word.
Everyone's pushing so hard. I knew he's about to invalidate Knopfler when he got that deep into the inside line into turn 4.
Mr. Morpho's going to keep his lap though and not improve his position. Stays P12 at the moment. But Josh is on a lap 2. He's come to the last corner now. He's 2.5 tenths up. He could just break into the top 10 with a lap here. But he might want to stop P11 here for the mediums. I don't know.
As Cameron's gone wide and looks like he's invalidating, he's backing out of his lap as well.
As Mr. Moto is retired on track, I'm going to make a note of that. As Josh scored P9, that's a great lap. Sniper's retired in the pits. He thinks that is it. As Capricorn's on the grass. Who's that coming to the line? Cameron's coming to the line now, but he's 2.2 seconds behind, so he's going for another lap now.
Yup, as he has backed out after going wide before the Junsao.
This is going to be everyone's final lap now. Oh, it's just going to be entertaining. Wojciech, where the hell did he come from?
He's 4th.
I didn't notice that. He's only 16,000 off Cameron.
As Kalle Pulkin has kept his 6th place, improved his lap time, but it wasn't enough.
Guil's backed out, so he's not improved his time. Unless he's got enough time to get around to the start-finish straight. Oh, this is going to be entertaining.
Emre Demir has crashed out at the turn 5.
Oh,
the time is up in the qualifying.
So Guil's not going to improve his time. Is anyone going to get near him?
As I'll be switching to the Aston Martin of Napoli Muncie.
Cameron's only 30,000 up. Oh, yeah, Guil, unless Namsco can do something insane, is going to have pole position.
As Aurelio has crashed out on the edge into the pits.
Yes, he has. His car's right on the racing line. I know he can't do it! Look, it's a front for Haas!
It's a front row for Haswit again, but Knopfel has gone from 14 for something like this to 3rd, which is very impressive of him, even though the previous lap was on mediums.
But I've got the best person to do. Wojciech coming out of nowhere to P5.
Well, that's very impressive. And I hope he keeps the result for the race as well, because, well, this guy's got a brilliant qualifying pace on the single lap.
Two seconds, I'm just going to mute myself. I need to do something.
So, the results of the qualifying are going like this. Guillaume Darunia leads and will be doing a front row lockout with Diogo Moraes. Diogo has declared that he'll be a number 2 driver for this season, but after seeing this qualifying lap time, and considering they might keep Knopfel behind, this might be going very intense between them as, well, Knopfel is 3rd, then we've got Cameron Dodds, Ferry Wagner, Marco Botta, Aurélien Lepenru, Caleb Lukinen, Chiwego Chukfuma and Josh Evans. That's the top 10, and you can see the outside of it because it's way too short for me to actually introduce it all. But anyways, we're going to the race. As I hope these two of Anthony and Francesco are back in the lobby.
Yay. Sorry, I had to deal with something there quickly. I've been dropping... Oh, it's actually very cloudy for the start, so the tyres might be a bit cold at the start.
All this will work very well in terms of the strategy.
Yeah, but obviously, I've got a feeling it's going to go soft in the top 10. If no one starts starting the softs out of the top 10, I'm sorry. They did that yesterday and it didn't work out. The only person, the fact that when you talk about Yomi, he got P2 from P15. Actually, he started in mediums, but obviously go and watch
Let's
that
not talk
race.
about the Brazil in the lower tiers.
No, the Brazilian race, so F2 was brilliant, so go and watch that.
After the race, remember?
Yes. Obviously, everyone's picking their fuel and when the lap they picked. And what starting tyres, obviously. So the top 10 have to start on their softs. But now, who's going to be on the different tyres outside the top 10? Because I got to feel everyone has to. What do you think?
Well, I must first check the strategies.
Okay, so start tyres. Oh my god, there's only 3 medium runners.
And it's Karsten Gerding, Antonio Ginski, and Mehmet Duranovic who will be racing with the mediums at the start.
Hold on. Unless they were lying about the weather. Oh, if they were lying about the... Oh my word, if they were lying...
Remember that it's approximate weather.
Yeah, so... But I can tell, if they've gone all out on bloody softs, something's telling me they know something. This is going to take, to say the least.
So, we also got the McLaren stuck on the grid, and that's starting to get very problematic.
He doesn't move off the grid.
He cannot.
Oh, he's just gone now. Oh, wow. How did he not get disqualified? He's that far back.
He's left, so he'll be back to the session very soon, and we hope this will work out for him. Despite we'll have to wait around a minute.
Ah, I see the problem. See if we can get back in. Hopefully, game isn't bugged out. It's probably because he disconnected during... No, not disconnected. He retired on the session.
So, without Oginski and Sonzoni at the moment, but we hope they will go back to the session very, very soon. So, We'll be waiting for the McLaren, apparently. Who's making these tires very cold.
Oh boy. Yeah, if he doesn't rejoin, oh yeah, I'm just gonna restart it.
Well, if it turns out to be carnage, yep, it's a red flag for the first time here in Brazil. After, actually, this is only this is only the second round. So, despite the drivers, looks like they will be going. They might forget about the restart, but it's lights out and away we go. As Guil will take the lead into the turn 1, as, yep, that's Antoni not able to move yet again. So, if you'll see anything like 30 driving from these guys,
Okay, this...
we might be having
yeah.
a new session.
Well, no one's responding.
This is the reason, so it actually doesn't count.
Yeah, but yet no one's going to respond to it. That's to mean no one's stopping. That's great.
That's great, yes. That's very, very great.
Well, this way, they're not listening to us, so...
As well, speaking about the race that will not count, we've got Guil leading the race. If anyone is on the chat with the drivers, I mentioned them about the restart of the lobby. So after lap 1, well, we can see how be the pace of the drivers at the beginning of the newly made race. As Josh goes to the pits.
Okay, this is a great start. Only one guy has noticed.
Yup, I think this would be a good idea, a bit, Mr. Miku.
Oh.
Of leaving the session of us both and setting up the new lobby. Or actually, I asked Josh to invite us first. So I'll be switching to the maintenance screen.
Oh, Jesus, man!
So that's us out. Yup, it's getting restarted, Camerons. It's getting restarted. So hence why you might be hearing myself restarting the game in case anything happens. Myself, I'll be going to the YouTube streams of for example, Axe. And tell them about the restart. The planned restart hour is around 45. Because we need to get all of this ready. Yup, and that's EA Sports, apparently. Yup, I have received Bitcoin, but I don't care. I don't want the weekly event as well. Well,
Oh, this is at least they finally noticed.
yup.
Oh,
I'll be hosting a new session, you can tell them already in the chat, as we were a bit quiet for a moment, but still it doesn't make us gone. So, Yep, once again, we'll be starting around 40, 45. This is where we should be having a lights out for the session. So speaking about the qualifying, that was a very intense session, you can say, right?
Sorry about the Prix stuff, because they're all going to kick off in a minute.
You know what? I'm going to invite you to the session so you can invite the rest. You can also hear the behind the scenes content, because this is what happens when you do the restarts. For example, in Hungary, when it was a restart, I muted myself, so yeah, good job. Rules and flags, radio safety car, strict corner cutting, formation lap, simulation settings, standard, collisions are on, ghosting is on, no hard, low fuel mode. Should be about it, except the grid and the drivers. And the weather, because we don't know the weather yet.
Well, they said it was full dry, so I think it was cloudy, and then it went. I just don't know.
Also, well, more behind the scenes content. Look, if we get known about the weather, we don't tell it to the audience. So it's dry, yeah. In case if there was any rain, by the way. Okay. So be inviting the drivers more and more. Will be joining. I'll be sorting out some of the invites as well. If I can actually see the drivers.
That's a great sign, isn't it?
What if I have to leave the lobby?
Oh, please. I can invite people, I know that.
So, speaking to the chat right now, if you can tell me the grid order for the race, so it's getting a bit faster, that would be actually cool from you. You just write the position and the nickname, so it's easier for us. You've invited everyone I had in the friends list.
Tinu, can you mute us for a second?
As realistic start time, overcast, it was all the way. By the way, the weather spoilers, we would not tell you if there was rain. We would not tell you if there would be rain. But since there is no rain, we tell you about it. Something like this. Okay, so Guil cones at the top two of the grid. Nothal, Cameron, Wagoner, Marco. Then we've got Axeken. Next on the way is Chibuikem of Loki. Then we've got then after Loki we've got Josh with player down. Karsten, or actually Sunset, who isn't here yet, so we're inviting Kapakox. or actually he's in here with Sniper. Then we've got Anthony. You know, my pronunciation is pretty random. The rest doesn't look like to be here yet. Except from Mehmed, who's back in the lobby behind Oginski. Then we've got Emre, Argan, David, Jem.
It's David and it's both Ferraris and Cameron.
Cameron is here. So it's both Ferraris and Jem.
Oh yeah.
Are still missing.
I really hope they are stuck in that race.
Is there bias, by the way? I invited.
Bios 66, yeah.
Yep, he was last anyways. So we've got no David, no sign of David, no sign of. Well, I'll click myself spectator. You remember as well about it. And I can see. Well, I'll be honest, Cameron, after speaking in the chat, I don't want to hype the things up, but Cameron has got really a big potential for the esports in the future.
Let's not just focus on that, let's just focus on
Also remember to click the spectator. Yup, 19 drivers already, so only one more to start. As I'll be going to the weather and not the weather and time of the weekend structure. Where was Jam with? Okay, Sunset was 11th. Captain Emre finished 16th in the qualifying.
So it's just Bios number already.
Francisco was behind Jam. So only David. You are still somehow on the grid. So it's 2 drivers missing out at the moment.
Wait, who's missing?
David. Ferrari.
David said he's joining, so it's just Bios.
Yup, and you have to click the spectator. We will be going in like 3 minutes from now on, so you can invite everyone back to the stream because it's very close. As you can see on the screen of the live, we're already in 18, so we are waiting for Lex Cotter in the Williams and David Villa in the Ferrari. And that will be about it, and we'll be able to go to actually have a lights out. So, confirming the grid, it looks like this. As we've got Guil, Diogo, Nofal, Cameron, Ferry, Marco, Aurelian, Kalle, Chibukem, Josh, Karsten, Kasper. Then continuing, we've got Mikhail, Anthony, Mehmed, Emre. Here should be David, but he isn't here yet with Francesco. There's a bit of a movement here in the chat as these two are now yet to join the session. And I can see wholesomeness in the chat. That's so cool. Bias is joining. Bias is yet to join due to, well, he has to reset the game because this game, information for everyone, this game works like this, that you actually have to reset the game when you are doing a lobby restart. Otherwise, it will tell you that it's a joining session, but it actually doesn't. Yep, 19 drivers at the grid already. And it's bios with David, so we are about to set the grid. As David was behind his teammate. Yep, he was indeed behind his teammate.
Oh, for Pete's sake. Just hurry up, Matteo. Everyone's going to start getting stressed out in a second.
Okay, Tiago, Noffel, Cameron, Wagner, Marco, Axe, Ken, Chibukem, Josh, Karsten, Kappa, Sniper, Motors, Mehmet, Emre, David, Hugo, Francesco, and Bias. As you can see, the grid is done, the grid is confirmed, we can go racing.
I'm going to ping it.
Yep. Quickly showing you the grid information on the grid, or actually the grid as it was overcast all the way during today's race. Strict reduced safety car, simulation settings. As you can see, everything is correct. And it means after a restart due to, well, a ghost, making the tires so-called and being actually stuck, which we cannot let actually happen, we're racing. And the Interlagos. Top 10 has to remember about the setups. And also, I hope nobody forgets about actually taking the top tires for the top 10 and everyone about the setup. If anyone forgets about the setup, here in the top division of Ero, it's most likely race over.
We're not restarting again.
What happens?
We're only doing one restart at a time. I'm not doing another one because I can't pick the setup.
Well, we're not doing a restart due to not forgetting about the setup.
I know, I'm hoping that... Oh, wait a minute. I've got... Okay.
Yeah. Already half a minute to go, Sosa, but it was very quick in terms of the race strategy and the setup itself as well.
Well, it's because half the grid has to do it, and then the timer goes off.
Has it been changed?
I don't know, something. All I know is it's half the grid, then that's when the timer starts ticking. But hopefully everyone's picked their setups and their fuel strategies, and the correct tyres or penalties will apply if they don't pit on that one. Because everyone in the top 10 is fine to change tyres. Everyone in the top 10 has to, and I think it looks like...
Everything's correct, but a couple of drivers have decided to change their strategies. As you can see, Karsten on mediums, Kasper on mediums, Michael on mediums, Samas Mehmet and Francesco, who's back on the race as well.
So, Francie's actually on. So let's hopefully we'll have a clean formation there. As the strategies is soft hard, but these drivers are definitely going soft medium. There's no doubt in my mind they are doing that because that's what happened yesterday with TDO. You can agree to that.
What you're
we did the
about?
opposite. Yeah, the strategy in this race. So well, did medium soft.
Well, these were actually OP.
Yes, it's OP. But hopefully we have a clean turn one because
yeah, the F2 race was actually. Well,
let's not talk about it.
Yeah.
And Zamir just got disqualified. So, how did he get disqualified by himself? Alright, he must have nudged someone and not disqualified the other. But he's got a very very cold softs now.
Well, and it will be a bit of damage for him during the race.
Yeah. No, that are real, hasn't caused chaos. But Guil does lead the midfielders. Loki spun out. He's now in P14 on the grid. So he spun out, and hopefully his tyres aren't overcooked. But we'll just have to hope and see. As Google comes to the grid now...
well, the front row lookout for the Hasses.
Well, Cohen's backed out because Namsco and Cameron have got past him.
Well, this might be a bit of a strategy play for Diago, the teammate of Guil, against likes of Nofali Munsi and Cameron Doubts. As I'll be hiding down all of these menus, and we'll be able to start the Brazilian Grand Prix here in the Ero F1 very soon.
Bios is on the grid now, just rolling up to it now. Hopefully we can get started. Hopefully no one gets stuck on the grid this time. Hey, as we're going to have the 5 lights pop up.
Yup, as we are about to start racing here in Interlagos, we're already having the 5 red lights, and they are about to be out as we are starting the Brazilian Grand Prix. Everyone gets the getaway, and it's very decent for both of the classes. Will takes the lead ahead of his teammate Diogo Moraes, who is wheel to wheel side by side with Nofel Imunsi, who takes the second place as well. Diogo loses 2 places at the start of this Grand Prix. Will is on this very safe lead ahead of everyone else.
As Wojciech is holding off Marco, and behind that it's Loki, and actually Loki's gone to the outside. He can't make the move.
Great start.
Oh, it's about to contact the back. Both Ferraris.
Well, both Ferraris have collided, but speaking about
they haven't collided. It was 2 different incidents. Bios has kept going. Capacox has got damage. Hugo's and Simon's gone.
As that actually before this race restart, Sniper has got a very good restart. Michael has got a very good one. Get away from the grid, but now he spun. It's a 180 degrees different situation for him. As we are looking at the advantage of Guil for around 6/10, so he was around 8/10 ahead of Nofel before the DRS zone. That it isn't DRS zone quite yet at the moment, as we'll be turning it on lap 3. So it is next lap, and not even on the main straight, but on the back straight.
As 2 cars are pitted of Sunset and Capacox, who started in the mediums, that's killed their race so far. Because they'll probably have to do double softs if they're going to have any chance. And both Ferraris are pitting.
Yup. No, Emre decides not to pit, so be switching quickly to the front.
He must not got any damage, obviously, but unlike his teammate. So 3 cars already in the pits. Sunset on hards, Capacox on mediums, and David on softs.
As I'm looking at Aurélien Lepenroux here in the 7th place, got very unlucky on the start of the season in the round 1 of the US Grand Prix, got a contact and got wing damage as well. I'm not sure exactly who he would contact with, but still it made him go down through the grid, and he finished 14th with only getting a fastest lap. So he's looking for some sort of redemption. He needs to overtake that Alpine very soon of Wagner.
Gula is trying to pull the gap, because look at his ERS compared to Namsco.
Well, I'll be turning on the interfaces. As you can see, well, it's 30% versus 60%. And doesn't have to get away from the RS.
It was a huge cluster going on for P11 at the moment. And Hugo's pushed him wide, Fanchi's to the outside.
As the 2 Williams are fighting each other in the 14th place as well. We're having a will-to-will fight between Francesco and Hugo. As AlphaTauri is pushed wide, he's pushed wide and loses another place. It's now P14 for Francesco Sozzoni.
Oh, this is really a fun race. This is only on lap 2, or basically lap 3 to this game. But Guil is just trying to, I think Guil is just trying to break the RS on a Namsco. Because it's very, very powerful around this track.
Oh! Diogo Moraes nearly spins around. He might be losing a place to Aston Martin and Marco, but he keeps ahead of him. But it's literally right ahead of him, and they're going side by side nearly into the final corners, into the main straight.
I'm going to check his code. Codes is not going to get the RS.
Well, he's 1.2 seconds behind.
And he might lose 2 positions. Look at Wojciech.
Well, Wojciech is looking for a space around the outside. Meanwhile, Diogo keeps his 4th. At the moment, at least ahead of Nofel's teammate of Marco Botta. As there will be Alpine of Wagner going wheel to wheel. We can see it from the great shot between these two, but there's a contact between the Alpine as Mehmet is out of the race.
As a virtual safety car, as Ken's just got past Josh before that happened.
And it turns out to be full.
Oh! So the driver was whinging about the safety car in the chat before this.
Yep, and we've got a full safety car. Perth Mainlander will go on the track for the first time ever. This season, of course.
But I'm curious, is anyone going to pit and change strategy? Because I know the medium runners are not going to pit, because this is going to help them stretch their mediums. So the softs are a bit, But let's see. I don't think you will... Sorry, go on.
To compare, my mediums, when I pitted in lap 13, they were at around 70%. So if anyone wanted to pit, it has to be on the hard tires.
Oh, Guel's down with him. Namsco's gone to the pits. And Cones. Guel dummied him into the pits there.
And that's a very interesting strategy choice. We'll see on what tires these two will go.
I think Namsco might go medium. He's going to have to go for a 2-stop. No, he's going to hard.
So he's gambling for that. The tires will survive the entire race length. Same as Nico Moraes. How about Francesco, who's gone for the medium tire at the start, but he's going to go hard anyways.
So this is going to be interesting. They've got to make ground up now. Namsco and Codes are P13 and 14 when they exit. So they've got 12 cars between them and Guel. But I'm curious, is Cameron going to go full on attack on Guel? Or will he stay behind him?
Well, we remember how well he saved his ERS. He waited for the right moment, lap 23, to pass Guilherme Darunia in the US Grand Prix. And at the final, he won that race with over 2 seconds of lead due to both passes and Nofel and Muncie fighting each other. Also, Chibuka Chukuma got on the way, but it was a bit earlier compared to lap 23.
So, what's your predictions of the podium now? Only on lap 5, and this has all happened. Okay, so he's just died when I tried to ask him that.
Oh, well... Again?
You don't know. Oh, yeah, that can be removed.
3 seconds impact for exceeding track limits, but under the safety car, that's a very weird thing to see. Not like I got it once. I
just realised Coens and Namsco are going to have a soft runner right behind them. So if they get overtaken, that might hinder them massively to keep their hard strategy up.
Well, speaking about the tires, well, you're right. The hards might be very slow at the moment. And actually, I don't find a moment where they can be fast comparing to the rest of the compounds.
I really expected them to go for a 2-stop strategy. Because they're going to be easy one and then medium, stretch them, and then one for fresher softs. But whatever they feel like they gamble for, because gamble does maybe play off. But I can tell Cameron's eager to get going, because he's just getting right up to Guel.
They might be going will to will on the restart.
But it's right now, the Red Bull's in a good situation of P2 and P5.
Well, at the moment, when we're having 3 teams possibly fighting for the Constructors' Championship, also don't cross out actually Alpine, Mercedes, and McLaren's. Well, this might be getting very interesting in the terms of the constructors. Every point counts, remember. Not only in the Drivers' Championship, between the 2 Haas's, Cameron Doubts, Aurélien Lependroux, Botta Marco, and Nofeli Muncie. But also remember, it's also for the constructors. A safety car should be in this lap, as we are having everyone on the queue, on the traffic as it is in this lap, as Guel will lead the pack through the main straight before Bernd Mailander, where's actually a green flag while going to the pits, as Guillaume leads the race, and it's good to keep that.
Yeah, but I'm curious what side restart is Guel going to do. Is he going to wait? Is he going to go early?
Well, it all depends on him at the moment, as he's now leading his
he's going.
He's blowing his tires massively, and he's going. In the Brazilian Grand Prix, we're restarting the race, as we've got fighting ability between the 2 title contenders.
Josh is side by side with Ken, as Loki's backed out.
Lependroux has used this restart very well and got this 4th place, and looks like Chibuka Chukuma might be attacking Ferry Wagner as well, who's not gone for the restart very well, as he's now right behind him. He will not look for the move, possibly. Yes, he does not. He will stay behind the Alpine.
But Namsco and Coens have not made any positions yet, as Hugo's going to go for the move on the left side of the right-hander.
As Bios with Hugo Domański. Well, they keep on the places. They still remember about having 2 title contenders right behind them.
Yeah, Bios left it, but Sniper's between them on mediums, so he's going to have advantage. Oh, he's got to the outside! Oh, he's back out of the move. These 2 ahead of him are fighting so hard, they're losing time already to the top 10.
Yup, and also Bios, yes, Lex got the spins round and will lose lots of places. I think.
Yeah.
So we'll be having another fight between Diogo Moraes and Nofeli Munsi. If you haven't seen Reset to Track made by Lex Scott, it's probably.
Sniper and Hugo side by side, just P10. And Sniper's just going to stitch it. And Nasco goes for it. And come on!
Hugo loses 3 pieces with a single chicane.
He is, and he's side by side with Codes. He's going to break later. He takes the curb in. And he's pushed Codes. Oh, they're still side by side. Oh, he's now pushing more wide. And Codes is just going to get it. Oh, Codes had a huge moment.
As Hugo goes down the inside, looks like it's a championship contender. I don't care, I'm going side by side with him.
Namsco and Sniper side by side ahead of him as well. But Codes is just trying to hold it off. And he's done it finally.
Hugo was looking for a gap every single corner, and it looks like he's failed now, and he's building also a place to Francesca.
Yeah, I think he's locked up there, and he's going to lose vision to Sunset using hard too.
DRS enabled.
On now. So Cameron and the Guil are now starting to pull away from Marco, but both of them barely have any ERS.
Yup, as it looks like Cameron is indeed in the DRS zone of good, but he's now losing over a second. The detection zone he was within that 1 second that is needed to open out the DRS, the rear wing.
As meanwhile, Axel and Marco are starting to battle again like they did in USA.
Yup, and this is when the contact happened, am I right?
Yeah, they came out the pits and the contact apparently happened, all don't know. But Axel and Marco were close a lot of the race. Unfortunately, Axel got front wing damage and fell back, and Orton didn't get any. I think he didn't get any points back, if I remember correctly.
Hugo gets 3 seconds.
Yep. But Guil is nearly out of DRS on a Canberra. He's just keeping it in. Oh, unless he's got out over there.
Also, look what kind of work is Michael doing. I don't know if it's for his teammate. Guil has an open way to win the race. Also, look at the gap between not the McLaren and AlphaTauri fighting for the 8th, but also Michael has made not losing over 3 seconds to the group.
Yeah, and his Namsco's got past, but now he's got a huge challenge to get back up on the hards. Guil is just can't get past. Is the pulling away from Cameron. Cameron's now got 1.1, so he doesn't have any DRS now to help him.
And he looks like Diogo will be looking for some sort of an overtake on Michael Angelian, the spin and the reset to track from the Ferrari.
That's an Emery. Has he kept it going? Yeah, he's got no damage again.
Lucky man.
I think Axe is getting very irritated behind Marco because he can see Cameron ahead of him.
Well, Cameron looks like disappearing from both of these. Cameron's already 1.4 seconds ahead of Marco Botta.
It's the fact that Marco Botta just has a bit more ERS than Axe, so he just can't make the move cemented.
Well, Arenas not using ERS, that's 30 back again.
Emery spun out again. And reset the track, okay.
That's the second time.
No, that was the fifth time. But nothing else has changed right now. It's all going to depend on the strategy, which is going to be the crucial thing. Yeah, when does cars pit? When do they not pit?
Well, looking at the places at the moment, looks like Guil is losing indeed the lead from Nofeli Munsi. As both of the Ferraris are in the pits. As we'll be looking for Le Penroux. Going right behind Marco Botta here in lap 11. It's already lap 11 of this race, and I didn't realize that actually.
Oh, as Marco's having a bit of a lock up there, so Axel's just going to be watching this because Cameron's now 1.6 ahead of these two. But he's losing a few temps every lap to Guil now. Because Guil is, they've got the same ERS, but Guil's much better in the corners, I feel like.
Well, and Le Penroux looks like he's making a move on Marco Botta for the 3rd place. Yes, he indeed does. And he's back on the podium places.
But remember, Marco's going to get DRS for this one here, so unless he can get defended here, As here he comes now. Is Markabotta going to come straight back past Axa here?
As we're getting a fantastic camera shot, but
Oh, he's going. He's moving. No, Axa's going to hold on.
yep, and he also made Wagner go very close. These two.
But meanwhile, behind them, it's Loki and Ken battling for P6 at the moment. And then meanwhile, behind that, Mr. Moto and Josh are side by side.
Well,
But
Moto has
Moto gets
picked
the
the inside line. Anthony has gone to the inside also in the turn 7 and turn 8. That's a very good fighting spirit. As
That's
That's David, yes. As the Ferraris are having disaster weekend to forget at the moment. And actually they need to hope for a safety car right now.
yes. But we've only had one, you never know what's going to happen. As who was that just overtaken? Sunset gets past Banshee. So these two are battling. Oh, I gotta see, I know. Yes, I know what he's bloody done.
And does it call out another safety car of the evening? Well, hopefully that does not.
As Josh has just pitted, he's pitted from onto mediums.
So he's doing an undercut possibly on the McLaren.
Oh, he's just trying to. Let's see what tires is going on. Mediums, yes.
As we are looking at the battle for P10 yet again. As you can see, Noffel isn't gaining too much on the group of top 8, top 7 at the moment. Because Anthony is like driving his own race on his own at the moment, but it's very much on the moment.
But you never know. The undercut could help, obviously, Cameron here if he goes for it. But we'll have to wait and see what the strategy plays out. As Axa is obviously just trying to get away from Marco. Marco's now into ERS recovery mode. He's in the 70s now. Is anyone going to pit? Cameron's pitted. Yeah, he's going for the undercut.
Yep, he will be undercutting Guillaume Darigna. And that's a major grande strategia, or more like...
Loki's going to get the mission because he's followed them in. Oh no, he's going to get blocked.
And, well, that's a podium ruin for you at the moment. As he'll be dropping back to P15. And he might not even be the 15th.
Yeah, he's lost the position to Loki in that pit window. So that is very... I don't think they had communication on what lap they were going to pit.
It looks like I really will be right ahead of Josh.
As Cam has just got ahead of Bios. So he's now got clean track ahead of him. But he's got no ERS to play around with. Abdul has to be in this lap to cover it.
Yep. We'll see the gap between these two, and it's 20.2 seconds. Is it possible to make an undercut from this? 20.0. 19.9. It's dropping back massively.
Gua is not pitting it though.
What is he looking for?
And everyone behind him, apart from Ken's pitted, so Ken's now on P2. Wow, this and Namsco and Codes are now P5 and 6.
Looks like. Remember, they also had new tires. Everyone had new tires for this race due to the lobby restart. And that's why we can see Gul stretching these softs, also influenced by the safety car.
Where's the front wing change? And that's wrecked his race now because he's going to be behind everyone.
And I also thought it was raining for a second, but I'll be switching to the fight for, let's say, with the P10 possibly.
Well, Namsco and Cones are literally tooth and nail to get with each other.
Yeah, these two. We'll switch these two. As they both have 5-second time penalty, they cannot pit. Otherwise they will save this. And it will look like they'll be losing a lot of places due to that.
Yes, but Ken's doing really well. Is Google going to pit this lap now on lap 15? No!
He's stretching those even further. And I wonder when he will pit.
Ken pits. Oh, God.
Bless you.
Sorry. God. Got killed.
Does anyone as well pitting? No. As Kalle Pulkkinen goes in for the medium tires.
Yes, so he's got an advantage now of one lap. Because now there come the guys now. Has an overcut helped him a bit here?
The gap between Cameron and Gul is now 18.8.
Hold on. Ken might be right behind low key here.
And he is indeed.
That is going to help him massively. Marco and low key are fighting right now. And Wagner, no! He's had a bad day from worst. As who is that going to the outside? Mr. Morgan and Josh are side by side yet again.
As it looks like it's the AlphaTauri at front at the moment.
Josh has just held him off here, but Mr. Moto has been very eager to get past Josh yet again here. On the mediums this time. But I think Ken's going to have a goal opportunity now. He's going to have a lap all fresher tyres.
Good refuses to pit yet again.
Wow. Oh! That's Wagner.
And he's now going way down the order. He's already down the order in the P15, but he'll be now P17. That's the end of the grid.
Oh.
It is a disaster for the Alpines as well. But also...
Corn gets with P2.
Diogo's gone into second. And now leads this train from the second.
Yeah, I'm going to come with anyone else. Further back, no, it's just them guys fighting. It's Josh and Mr. Moto will go fight the fight. And Mr. Moto gets the position again.
And they're still putting a bit of a fight.
Yeah, but Cones is doing really well yet again. One of the most consistent drivers in my view this season. But the gap but the gap's dropping now between Cones and his teammate. Not very big, but very slowly it's starting to nudge down. It's now 11.8. So Gula has to be in this lap.
And more importantly, look at Cameron, he's 70.3. Good finally pits.
So he will just, I think, be right behind this train or in front of it just.
Well, I think he'll be behind Cameron, maybe even Kasper.
Oh, yeah, he actually will. Because Gula has only got to the pits now. And
his teammate takes the lead.
What on for
Wagner's out.
Is that going to trigger anything?
Yes,
that has just helped the wage now. But he's got stuck behind the safety car.
Screw you.
Oh God, that's interesting to say the least. Google has just been given that is golden for him. Well, but now I feel like Cones and Nams will have to pit to mediums.
The only reason, remember, Gul has gone ahead of Cameron is actually the delta. Because if you're on the racetrack, you had the delta. But if you're in the pits, you're going out of the pits, you just don't.
Yeah, so I feel like everyone, Cones and Nams will have to pit for mediums. They're going to have to take the penalty, yes, but still. They're going to lose so much time on hard that are 12 lap overs against fresh mediums. So I'm going to feel everyone apart from Buell is going to pit here.
Well, we'll follow the top of the grid. We'll follow the top of the standings. The top 5 at the moment. Because this is a major strategy shake-up. And also race regained for people like Skoda, Kugodomański and Emir.
Everyone's pitting in the top 5, so Google will take the lead again.
Also remember the 5-second tire penalties.
Cameron is not pit.
Well, Cameron has like, what, 5 laps of mediums? We'll see.
3. But it's obviously a surprise that he didn't pit. Marcos kept going low-key. Ken's got a golden opportunity given to him now. Only 2 lap old mediums.
Here's Bergmeilander starting. He's got his own lights out.
Sunset, Cones, Namsco have all gone for... What?
17 laps.
That is possible, but the puncher territory is very high.
Also, the reaction from Wagner on the chat is, okay, he crashed in the pit lane.
Oh my. Was that coming out? Oh, it probably was, and I saw debris in the pit exit.
Lepenro will have to also go from P16.
Oh wow, I didn't realize how far he was. That's going to be a fun strategy. But we've now got the soft runners coming out, so can they do anything on Google who's on fresh mediums? The closest soft runner is Sunset in P7. No, this is going to be entertaining to say the least now, with all the soft runners and the mediums now together. Like, so we're just waiting for Emery to catch back up. But when we ended, not this lap, the next lap we should be going green.
Yep, I should be back at the moment.
Yeah, you're back there. I was like, what the hell is that noise?
Well, only Wojciech has a penalty at the moment in the Alfa Romeo, as the rest have cleared them, like Diogo or Nofel, or didn't have them at all. Speaking about Guillaume or Cameron. As these two have gone a bit away, the rest of the field, but it looks like we'll be going racing yet again this lap as... You don't tell me! Antonio Giski has done a Grosjean.
Oh, Antonio. Oh boy. Wait, Antonio can't engage reverse. There
He's
he
done
goes.
it, he tried now, but
But
the chance for points has gone all away.
No, don't. Something. Yeah, he's lost his full front wing.
And
So,
he will have trouble going to recover to the pits. But it's pretty much a race over for him. He's going very slowly.
I just hope he's not doing what I think he's going to do.
He's going very slowly indeed. So
Yeah, that's...
I think he's doing a smart play if he isn't crashing on purpose at the moment. If he's doing a smart play, he's now waiting for the safety car not to come in because of waiting for him, then changing his front wing. Then he go back to the race it again.
Yeah, but that's if the game that's if the game doesn't decide to go for a safety car restart. Because if it is, he's...
We're going back to the front.
And then it's not.
Very other starts on the track. So
well, I'm gonna feel the drivers are not gonna like this, especially the soft runners. But no, actually, the soft runners will like this preferably. Actually, it's the medium runners that are gonna be a bit like iffy.
So Anthony has to wait a couple more seconds. Now he can start pushing, even though he's going slowly with this broken front wing. But for your information, you're not going faster than the queue and the safety car. If he actually goes back to this race after this broken front wing, and joins the field before the safety car restart, he's actually a genius. But is it legal in the rules to go such slow?
I don't think it is. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Because the drivers might report this, obviously. But
he's going to the pits, yes.
But he might be nearly like a lap down to the guys. No, there we go. That's okay. That's good. At least he's done that. So we're down to 16 runners now in the race. We've lost 4 drivers. I'm only in lap 21.
Tires. Minutes at the top side. Carsten Gerding looking very well for this race, as he's now on the soft tires. Francisco Sonzoni on the mediums, and the drivers behind him, 4 of them actually. Diogo Moraes, Nofel Limonsi, Kasper Klasa, Michael Engelian, are on soft tires. Then we've got Josh on the mediums, Bias on the mediums, Hugo on the hards with Emre Demir, and between them there is our Entrepreneur on the soft tires, so he'll be looking for a very quick overtake on the Alfa Romeo. Right. So Gainsky retired, can we go racing?
Let's just hope the restart doesn't go to absolute, like, balls off the wall.
Italy season free just shortly.
No, let's not jinx it. We'll lead them yet again on the new mediums he's on. But he has not.
He's won that strategy battle against Cameron Dowds. He's got fresher tires. He's got the advantage of the position. He's got also 100% DRS, but same as everyone else.
Hugo spun out and he's not moving, so that's not a good sign.
Sorry, good Darwin is going, and we're restarting the Brazilian Grand Prix for the second time with him on the lead, as he's well ahead of Cameron Dowds, as Marco Motta tried to look for a move on
Cole's already
Cameron.
Made a position up already. He's in the P7 now. Cole's is going to be on the throttle fully.
As it looks like Carsten Gerding will be looking to a battle side by side against Kalle Pulkkinen, as he'll be going for a move around the outside. And he's going to get the moment.
They're still side by side. This is great between the two F2 former drivers.
As it's Carsten Gerding pushing a bit out of the track. Kalle Pulkkinen, and yes, he's taking the 5th place, and he'll be looking for the 4th. He might be seeking a podium out there.
Yeah, but look at Corns. He's all over him. Is he going to try and move the inside, outside? He just can't find the right angle.
Despite having to drive on 15 more laps on these soft tires, sorry.
And Sunset's all over low key already.
Yep, he has to look for the overtake very, very soon. Then look for the Marco Botta. As
That's
he's
me,
never scored a podium in Ero F1. He's got a couple of performances, but it was never a top 3.
He did.
When did he do?
Last season.
But it was F2 race as he goes down the inside. With small tap being made.
But he's going to get a better line here, so he's going to he's literally pushing Loki around the corner. But look at Coles, he's getting a little slipstream now of these two.
As we're looking for a move of Caster getting down the inside this time, and he's got ahead of the Mercedes.
Oh, look at McConk's contact with Banshee!
As also the McLaren spun around, and he's back on the track on the last place.
And Namsco got past Ken also, and Cones is all behind Loki now in this tricky sector. Cameron's only lost 1.8 to Google already.
Looks like Google loves this track and is dominating here at the moment after 23 laps of the race.
Side by side with Loki here. And he's going to be around the outside.
And he's ahead.
Cones and Sunset are on a push for the podium here along with Namsco.
Also, Karsten has to overtake Marco Botta right now. If he wants not to be right ahead of Cones and having difficulties with him.
And Namco gets past the Loki also. So the 3 soft runners, and Sunset's done it!
A great move down the inside into turn 1, and he's got the 3rd place, and he's now on the podium.
Yeah, now he's going to have to push now, but he's got no ERS, remember now. Cones, meanwhile, has a lot of ERS built up. So this is going to be entertaining, and so they say the least who's going to be on the podium today. But Google is in his own little postcode at this point. He's
pretty much, to be honest, if Carsten can get closer to Cameron or get away from Marcus DRS, he can be deemed safe in terms of his 3rd place, at least for a couple of laps.
Yes. But Cones is going to be on the push, and he's going to get DRS here, obviously, but Marco Botta is just going to have DRS off Sunset. They both have similar ERS, so unless Cones goes for a move and gets it before turn 1, and he's...
Carsten might be in DRS. Yes, he is indeed in DRS of Cameron. And he might be moving for the 2nd place.
Sunset's pace, as Cones already made the move side by side. And Namsco might make the move here as well on his teammate. And he's gone for the dive. And Marco Botta loses not 1 but 2 positions.
One of them can be acceptable due to a teammate fighting for the championship as well against Hugo Moraes, Guillaume Darigna and Cameron Dowds.
I keep realizing I keep calling Marco Botta because I'm so used to his old name. But Ken gets past Loki now.
And he's back on the 7th.
And look at Banshee side by side with Loki up the hill.
Yellow flags, it's a Ferrari this time of Emre Demir.
Side by side still!
There's the contact and Loki's been out and been drowned.
He doesn't have damage, but he's just got collided into. And the Axis in the P10 everybody's noticed.
And he'll be looking for a bit more places at the moment, as the Red Bull is now 3rd in the Constructors.
Well, Sunset is 4 tenths behind Cameron. The softs are working so well for these guys. But I feel like Coles might be able to get both of them here.
As Carsten gets ahead. He's on the 2nd.
Oh, here it goes. And
he's done it.
Cameron's lost 2 positions here, but now he's going to deal with Namsco.
So my question is, can Carsten keep that 2nd place, or will we have to stay happy with the 3rd, or maybe even drop out of the podium places, but still with a decent 5th?
Yeah, Cameron's going to be very hard to keep up with these. He's got no ERS compared to the 2.
But you can see the difference. You can see the difference between Cones and Carsten.
Side by side, Cameron and Namsco. As Namsco's on the inside line, he's going to hold it and take it. That's a great try.
He's got the nose inside, he's got the nose outside, he's finally done it, and he's now on the 4th place right behind his championship rival, Diego Moraes.
Yeah, but I think Coles is definitely going to get past Sunset because he knows he's losing time because he's got no ERS.
Well, now I wonder what's going on the head of Günther Steiner, as he's now having...
I just caught that. So what is he... Oh! Oh, that's going to be fun. But Coles is going for a turn 1 here! And Sunset's going to lose it, but now he's going to deal with Namsco all over him. Is
Yep.
Cole's going to try and catch up to his teammate, or is he going to hold position?
Yep, that's a interesting question as he goes to the left, to the right, or stays to the left, goes to the right actually.
As Ken's somehow had a mistake, he's lost positions. He's now he's back P8. A Banshee. Contact, Ken spun!
As you can see, he's round, and he's lost loads of places. He's waiting for these two fighting with the will of Chipuik, Kasper Klasa and Lex Hotte for P11.
Wow, but Cones is now cut the gap by 5 tenths.
It's 2.0 at the moment.
Oh yeah, it was 2.5 before the end of the lap. Cones is not going to back off here. Oh no, this is not going to end well.
Last week, remember, he said he's the number 2 driver, but now Gunter Stein is wondering what we should do because we've got 2 title contenders.
I was going to have to go the outside to the inside for the next center race, and he's done it yet again. Another brilliant move.
So, what are you doing against Diego Moraes at the moment? Do you keep behind your teammate? Do you keep blocking Noffel, or do you try to get the lead?
Remember, Coles and him not on a party, remember? So he's now got the gap right in. Yeah, Coles is not slowing down. Oh, and we've got 8 laps to go. Oh, this is gonna be fun. 1.7
already. 1.6.
Yeah, he's cutting so much time in these tricky sectors. Oh, he's gonna be with him in lap 30 at this rate.
Well, also remember about the soft runners having old tires at the end of this race. Actually, the mediums will be the same age, but the softs are wearing out way more comparing to the mediums.
Owens might be in DRS in the next lap. He's cut another second off him, basically.
Yellow flag sector 2. Oh, it's not a first safety car of the evening. Lex Scott is out of the race. It is.
Oh my! Oh, I got no one to pit. There is no way anyone is going to jump to the pits apart from Banshee
and Kasper
and Loki. Well, Loki had spun out, so he has nothing else to go. He's going to stop at the end.
Okay.
But now, I don't think anyone in the top 10 is going to pit because they'll lose so much time. Apart from Banshee, who's picked for new softs. Oh, this is going to be entertaining finale. We've got probably, I feel like, 5 or 4 laps to go. And Martino, this means Cole's going to be right behind his teammate.
Yep, it is. I had to adjust my microphone slightly. You could hear that.
Yeah, I can hear that noise. But that means Cole's is going to be right behind Gould at the restart.
2 Haas drivers.
Let's just not go about what's happened with the real F1 drivers.
Are you speaking about Mick Schumacher and Nikita Mazepin?
Yes.
What race? Brazil,
Monaco. Okay, so everyone outside the top 10, Banshee, Kappa, Loki, Emirate, and Ken all picked for softs. Everyone else
gone with Marco.
Oh wow, they've actually put that. That's a big gamble.
But they will be in the points, surely.
Yeah, they'll be in the points, but they're gonna have to push like hell if they're gonna make their time up again. The safety car is definitely gonna be out for another lap after this, I feel like.
Yep, so as you can see, the last driver, Caleb Pulkinen, is in the sector 2. So
Cameron and Marco are P8 and 9, and behind tyres that are 10 lap older than theirs.
How many positions can Cameron and Marco gain? And what will the Haas do? These are the main questions for today's race, and it's ending. I don't know,
but the thing about it, they're going to be stuck behind a medium runner of Josh. So if Josh holds them up, that will kill them catching up. And Loki's pitted again. So Loki's now in last position on track for 14th and new stops again. So it got a feeling these guys are going for fastest lap now. But who is going to win this race? Because Guman's got his team who's much quicker at this stage. He's got then Namsco, Sunset, Sniper, Axa all on softs they're pitting on 10 laps ago. Josh on mediums. And then Cameron, Marco, Fanchi, Kappa, Emery, Ken, and Loki all on fresh softs.
And what I wanted to see, by the way, nobody has a time penalty.
On this group, whoever crossed out did have them, remember?
I know, but still.
Yeah, I get you. We should
It's
be
pretty
going
much race to the line, not looking at the time penalties.
Yeah, but we should be going racing at the end of next lap, because Loki will catch up to the grid.
Actually, this lap.
Yes, I mean this lap is what I meant.
But look at Will, he's right behind the safety car. He's pushing it.
Wait, that means we're going to have 4 laps to go when the safety car calls in. Cameron and Marco are going to have to push like nothing else to get into good position.
What's that one? It's going to be chaos.
I know, 4 laps. So remember, they're going to have no DRS for 2 laps as well. There's only going to be 2 laps of DRS. That is going to end so well. Oh, God. I'm not going to say anything. I've just seen what they do. Oh, God's sake. Alright, so the race goes to chaos. Blame Coutinho is all I'm going to say.
Well,
what?
I'm getting stressed out about this restart. You can see top 6. Top 6 on the old tires. Or actually top 7, sorry. 2 of them on the mediums. The beginning of and the ending of this group. How many positions? Cameron, Marco again, and actually the rest of the field. Because
so go on.
Because we at least know that this ending can be very chaotic with all these overtakes. We'll see how much everyone will gain or lose at this time around here in Interlagos, as the 2 classes are leading the way for last 5 laps of this race.
No, it's 24 laps, remember.
It's even 4 laps. As Goyle is going very slowly. Now he's pushing, though he isn't even yet. Stop!
Cameron's go. He's made a big mistake in the restart.
As we're getting 3 wide moments into turn 1, and Noffel gains a place on Diogo.
Cameron and Axel making positions.
As we'll be looking for the battle of the second. Diogo has to defend like hell to protect his team in the first place. And he's doing so at the moment.
Cameron is right on his teammate as Banshee's going for a move on Josh's teammate.
Look at Diogo! He spun around! And he's losing lots of places.
And Banshee's gone as well. So as Cameron's going for 2 moves here. What a move!
What is going on here in Interlagos tonight? As you can see,
Cameron's in P4 in only half a lap.
I did expect him getting positions, but as many, never. I'll be honest.
He's lost the position, he's in the contact.
But thankfully no damage this time. I've been looking at Cameron.
Cameron's getting a podium, but can he get another win here?
Well, this would be a fairy tale story for the Scotland and the Red Bull, as he's now going right behind Sniper. Can he go to the inside line to turn 1? And lap 33, he's doing it! And then out of him, the Snuffle trying to make a move on Guilherme Darunia, and Cameron's done it for the 3rd place.
Did you just say the Scotland?
Yes.
It's Scotland!
Sorry for my pronunciation, I'm not a native speaker, but speaking about the lap 33...
As Josh is defending his points here in P8 against Capricoxon and Emery. But it's going to be a 3-way fight to the end now.
Not only, Noffel has to watch... Oh, he's going down the inside, Cameron! And he's taking the second in the moment, side by side with Noffel. Into turn 8, there's contact, but he goes ahead. This strategy might have actually worked pretty well indeed.
Cameron's going to make 7 positions at a restart, and he could win his 2nd race back-to-back here.
And that would be a great story. Will he go down inside into this corner? Will he wait for the DRS zone? He's got ERS, he's got way less ERS comparing to Guy, who can defend with that one on the straight.
Yeah, Guiller's going to defend it. Cameron knows he needs to wait for DRS.
Guy is using the ERS power on the straight not to get overtaken into turn 1 a lap 34.
Yeah, but
meanwhile, laps to go.
Makabota's all about sunset. He's going for the dive!
And she's doing so, side by side. He takes the 5th.
But who's going to get DRS here? It's going to be both of them.
As they'll be side by side. Oh, wait, for Cameron, he's doing above down the inside and takes lead as well.
push like hell before DRS.
Well, speaking about the chat, everyone outside top 7 has pitted before during the safety car as Francesco gets 3 seconds.
Well, just hold on a minute. Namsko could take the podium. Sniper could. Oh my word. Gula might not be in the podium at this rate if he can't keep his pace up.
Well, it all depends if he keeps on the DRS of Cameron.
Yeah, but Cameron is absolutely blitzing away. He's got 2 more laps to go. He's using all his ERS to try and break the ERS before it gets activated. It's over a second. I think he's done it.
Yup, he's already ahead of not only Gui, but also his DRS range. So that should be an easy pass into lap 35 made by Nofeli Munsi.
I'm going to watch what Marco's going to do. As there goes Namsko. He takes P2. And Sniper's trying Marco. Marco's going to have the outside, be the inside now. Now he's going to defend against Marco on the fresh softs.
Well, this is getting crazy. As we are having Will closing to Nofel, but it's not enough. It's way from not enough.
As Embry makes a move, a P9 with Kevin Cox. Pushes him wide and he takes P9. And Ken's all over him here. Oh, this is going to be... Cox now takes fastest lap back from Cameron. But Guil now has to defend Marco because look how close he is now.
Well, Aston Martins are gaining along in the Constructors' Championship regardless if Nofel wins or not. But we're heading to the last of the race and we're having the same scenario with that happened in the US Grand Prix. Late pass made by Cameron Dowd and a very huge advantage on the standings.
Now, is Marco going to send it at turn 1 here? As Cameron Cox to the fast Ken and Emery's going to lose 3 position, it looks like. He does. But everyone's going to be focused on what is Namsko going to do?
Well, he moves a bit on the braking and he still is ahead of Aurel and Penru gets that 6 from Kastagading.
Is he going to take the position here? He's got it. This is his last chance.
But he's got no DRS.
Oh, he flushed him. Gula takes back P2.
It looks like the teammates will be fighting for the third.
Oh, this is not going to end well. Is Namsko going to make the move though?
Well, we'll be looking from Marcos inside. He goes for a move. There's no team order. Scaring Aston Martin at the last lap of the race in Brazil for the podium place.
This is still contact going on. And Cameron's been forced wide. He's not Cameron Marco. They're still side by side, but Gula might lose it out. Remember DRS.
As we are looking for the bottom, but the teammates there's a contact between them, and they're losing a lot of places. It's a possibly race through it. Yes, it is. On the last lap of this Grand Prix.
Oh my word! Cameron's gonna win yet again here with an absolute insane strategy choice.
Chaos.
And Sniper's gonna steal a podium.
It looks like Chibuika will also have a move on Nofeli Munsi on the final corner. He gets the penalty, but he's forced wide. And I think it will...
So to pitch the position on Axel on the line. Because the time is not popping up for me. I think Axel and Sunset may cross the line at the same time. Wow. Well, I know Aston Martin are going to have a chat after this.
Yep, that's going to be a very hot between them because, well, if you have a positive chance for P3 and P4 knowing there's clear number 1 and number 2 driver in the chance of the championship.
No, Bottas just said something straight away in the F1 chat. Oh no! Oh yeah, Sunset beat Axel by half a tenth on the line. Oh my word! But what a finish to the race! Cameron stole another victory here today, winning 2 races back to back. Didn't he start from P4 in both those races, Martinho? No, Martinho's dead. So those players go Cameron, Gula, and Sniper gets his first podium in F1.
Well,
Sunset,
Formula 1.
Josh does a great job of those old mediums. P6. Kabakops, Ken, Namsko gets P9 at the line. Banshee gets P10. Emery, Loki. Corns gets fastest lap. Marco, Bios. Hugo, Mr. Moto, Wager, David, and Slippy. Well, I can tell that's going to be a
That's going to be an interesting
Wow.
chat after the race in the conference
Well,
chat, which I'm going to.
It's blowing up.
Well, I'll be going to the F1 conference. Well, this collision between the Aston Martins is already doing high attention to the paddock, but well, once again, for the chat actually, if you are if you are fighting for the constructors, the top 3 teams clearly out
With
there.
TPO, have you just seen what just happened?
What happened?
Looking goodbye.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Yeah, I just noticed that before I joined. So, Okay, so, are you getting the people to interview?
Yeah, we're getting. Well, who's gone third? It was Michael.
Little sniper, yeah.
Well, remember, you're fighting for the constructors, and there's a teammate alongside you. What do you do? Definitely not crash into another. This race was complicated. Well, so we still, yeah, we got Cameron on the chat. He and the voice. Waiting for Sniper and Guil as well. You can start the conference, by the way, look if you're here, but this race is like, what just happened? Yep. We all know what just happened. Yup, can hear Guil. No, it's Sniper.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Sorry for the delay. Just have to switch off the stream and then come on here.
Well, it's cool, but were you pitting during that last safety car? Did you pit?
Nope.
How many percentage of the tires?
What was it? I was busy. It was when the safety car started, it was 28, and then there was 7 laps to go. 15, not even. 45.
Yup, but
Surely not
you
more.
could see all of the chaos happening here.
Some of it.
And
I was gonna say, you're not complaining, Sniper, since you got your first podium in F1.
not actually
No.
first, the third, but first of the
Good.
season.
First of the season, yeah. With luck. Had some weird issues with the brake pedal because when we restarted the lobby, I switched off my wheel and turned it on, and somehow my brake, the rumble motor, which is built in, set on default.
I'm just gonna mute for a second.
Oh.
Who's got the fastest lap? It was Diogo. So at least 1 point for the constructors. Despite them losing 5 more comparing to just Cameron.
Well, we're just waiting for one more driver, but I think Google's not going to join for some reason.
Yup.
I feel like he's probably a bit annoyed what happened that race, but
Well, he wasn't involved in any kind of incident, luckily. Not losing
well,
a win.
he left the race literally after it finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can actually start the conference. I'll be doing the standings at the moment.
For 2 seconds, he sorted something out. Okay, sorry, okay. Well, so obviously, first of you, Sniper, obviously your first podium in F1. After you were F2 last season. So how does it feel to be on the third place here?
Yeah, it was a bit lucky though. On the last lap, the second to last corner, the two Aston Martins clashed. Otherwise, it would have been P5. But yes, it was a bit a strange race because, as I had told right now a moment ago, my brake pedal resetted on the default settings after we restarted the lobby, and it felt pretty strange. And somehow, I don't know why, for the first stint on the medium, I had the front wing damage. No, I didn't. I didn't notice that. It felt strange, but when I boxed on the first safety car, the guy was standing with a front wing in front of me, and I thought, like, what? What's that?
Yeah, that's it's a weird thing. I know the damage ball is still broken in this game.
Yeah, it was not this lime green; it was the normal green on the dash, and I thought, like, yeah, it's just the tires and the fuel and the start of the race. I feel a bit different, but yeah, it was damage obviously, and on the start, yeah, and after when the infield started, after the fast right-hander Sunset unfortunately bumped into me because I had this weird feeling in the brake pedal already. I think I broke a bit too early for him, that he expected it. Yeah, but with a bit of lack of safety cars, I unfortunately came back.
Yeah, it was a good race, obviously. So
yeah, the great Alonso 2012 overtaking maneuver on Ken and another guy on the outside, the very outside.
Yeah, I think we were both watching both those moves, and they were really good.
Yeah.
But does it feel much different than an F2 podium?
Yes, because basically the podium, when nothing is happening on the race, is settled pretty much, and P4 is the maximum you can get. And if you get a bit lucky, like today with the safety car, and if I'm honest, the guys in front of me were always battling after the last safety car, so that made it a bit easier to stick with them and stay in the DRS train. And on the last lap, as I already said, they clashed and they gave me the 2 positions I needed for the podium.
So you basically Nico Hulkenberg, oh, thanks for that.
It was a bit lucky, yeah. Otherwise, it would win P5, which would have been good also on P13. Being last after the first lap.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. But obviously, yet again, Sniper, you've done your great recovery drive and has kept your car on track at the right place at the right time.
Yeah. I felt like I had 2 warnings after 5 laps because I wasn't used to the drivability from the car for some reason.
Probably the weather might have affected that, but it was just a solid drive from you yet again, obviously. And hopefully, this will be your last podium here this season, F1.
Yeah, hopefully.
Well, T, you got anything to ask him, or?
Not really. I'm looking at the Aston Martin's incident in the moment.
Okay. You have a good view from my stream, I think. I was running behind.
Actually, I've got a goated one because I can show that on the stream at the moment.
Yeah.
But just let me correct some things. I go to the stream to ensure nothing weird happens.
Oh, that's a great thing.
Well, it was on the last lap and for the podium.
I know, but Marco probably thought that he should be let past as he was on fresher tyres. Because obviously all the Frenchmen are going to party together of Gurwil, Maxer, and then Narwhal.
Yeah,
So that would have been a fun chat to be in. But other than that, I can't think of anything else to ask Sniper about his race.
What?
And I can't think of anything else is what I'm saying. But unless he's busy or something. Which I'm going to guess he is unmuted.
Hello, I'm here. Sorry.
Oh, hello. I didn't realize you were still here, Cameron. I thought you were doing something there. Well,
Yes.
two in a row for you now.
Yeah.
And that was a big gamble. It worked out
Yeah, I know.
for you. Like, we watched you pit, I'm like, oh, this is not going to work out for him. Meanwhile, you have half a lap up, you're only 4 positions up. Like, what the hell? No, but that was insane, Cameron. The fact you P8 at the restart, you pulled all the way back to take the win.
Yes, thank you.
So how fast was your heart pumping when you were trying to get through the traffic?
On the restart, I had a very good restart. We were 3 abreast into turn 1, and then I got one of the guys, and then I managed to get past. Actually, was battling with someone else going up the uphill right-hander, and then I got a cut back, and then got in front of them two, and then I think, Guel's teammate spun.
Coles, I think hit the wall at the fast left-hander.
So that gave me a position, and then like my heart was racing because I didn't know if I was going to catch like the front two on time. But like because Guel was on old mediums, like I caught up quite quickly, and then I just sent it on. I don't know who was second behind Guel.
No, I can never say his name. Namskull. There we go.
Yeah, I just sent it on Namskull because I didn't really want to waste any time.
Well, I can't blame you for diving because you were on fresh tyres and you know you needed a push before your tyres started dipping off a little bit.
Yeah, and then I tried to sit behind Guel for that straight into the DRS, and then got past him and just used all my ERS to get rid of DRS.
Yeah, you did it just as well because I was 9/10 before the corner and you pulled it just 2 seconds.
Yeah, I know. My heart was racing.
I can't blame you, but this puts you in a huge race for the championship now.
Yeah.
2 back-to-back wins, obviously, and next week's China. So how do you feel for that?
China's alright. I'm not the best at it, but it's an enjoyable track sometimes, apart from when the tires overheat.
But there's one thing I've noticed about you. You've qualified P4 in both races, and look what happened.
Yeah, I bottled my quality. I think I was on for that P2, but then I spun it and bottled it.
No, I'll just go for my lucky P4 again. Oh, thank you. No, but well done, Cameron, again for another victory today. But so that's obviously you got a nice lead in the championship, I think, as well. Unless Coutinho's doing it now. Coutinho,
I have been summoned.
what is the standings right now then for Cameron?
50. 30 for Goyle.
Okay, so 16-point gap already.
Get good spared.
Who?
I'll give you a chance.
If it's Sniper already, that's amazing.
Karsten.
Oh wow. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, but unless you're gonna ask the Cameron Coutinho, we're probably gonna finish this.
Yeah.
Coutinho, are you gonna say anything, Cameron, or not?
Well, I am very much surprised because of due to that restart. Because
sorry, one thing, Cameron, have you got your POV from the safety car restart?
And I clipped it.
End? Okay, I was gonna say because Coutinho will probably love that right now.
Yeah.
So just send it to Coutinho. Probably he will make a clip of it somehow.
Well, I think about it. I've already got the shot from F3 to be out tomorrow. But since I've got online school myself, last year of high school, by the way, well, I have time. Because that was classy.
But I'm guessing if you've got anything else to ask, obviously we can end the stream up, obviously, and ready for next week's racing.
Yep. Next week we'll be racing in Shanghai International Circuit. which is remembered of many last lap moves or safety car moves
Oh my
into the
god,
pits.
whose mic is that? Jesus, that's yours, Martino. Oh god, just finish the stream before your mic dies.
Okay, so well, that's the end of this 2 hours long party. So I guess we'll be finishing the stream up here. Remember, next week the same times as usual, but in China.